Hello everybody, John with Vynyly here, and welcome to another 5 on Friday. Now you might think that today's album is just a calm little folk album from 1966, Simon Garfunkel's Parsley, Sage, Rosemary, and Thyme. Get the album out here and let you take a look at that on the Columbia 2i label. But I'm here to tell you, the stories behind this album are full of loss and betrayal and accusations and lawsuits, but also some stories of love and hope. That's a lot to pack into a 5 on Friday, but if you give me 5 minutes, I'm going to tell you 5 things you may not know about this album. So here we go. Number 1, the album cover here was photographed and designed by Bob Cato, who was a hugely influential graphic designer in the primarily in the 60s and 70s. And he was the driving force behind transforming album covers from just being album covers into being pieces of contemporary art. He was a graphic designer. He was artistic director at CBS Columbia for a number of years. He was involved in hundreds of well-known album covers, including this one. And he won 2 Grammys. Number 1 in 1964 for Barbra Streisand's People album, and the second one for Bob Dylan's Greatest Hits in 1967. Number 2, the song Scarborough Fair is a traditional English folk song, and Paul Simon learned the song from an artist named Martin Carthy, who is an English singer-guitar player. On the album here, however, the song is credited solely to Simon and Garfunkel as the writers. Now, this upset Carthy. He felt the song should have at least been credited as a traditional folk song. So, Carthy's publishing company contacted Columbia Records for royalties because they used his melody and his arrangement. Columbia Records agreed and paid the royalties, but all that money went straight to the publishing company. Carthy never saw a dime of it, and that is because there was a clause in his contract where he relinquished all the rights to that song. Really kind of a shame. His publishing company got paid and he didn't. And it wasn't even the first time another artist had used that melody in a song. In 1963, Bob Dylan used the melody and several lines from Carthy's arrangement in his own song, The Girl from North Country, with Dylan getting all the credit and the royalties. Number 3, Paul Simon wrote the song Homeward Bound in England early 1964. He had met and become very close with a young woman named Kathy Chitty, and he was in a railway station in Widnes in between gigs, missing her. Started to form the song in his head and wrote down some lyrics on a piece of scrap paper. And today there's a plaque at the Widnes station platform noting that the song was written there. Chitty had a big influence on Simon, and she's pictured on the cover of his first solo album, Paul Simon's Songbook. She's also the subject of at least 2 other Simon & Garfunkel songs, Kathy's Song and America. If you're interested in framed copies of your favorite album artwork, head over to our website, vynyly.com, vynyly.com, and take a look at what we have for sale over there. Number 4, the song For Emily, Wherever I May Find Her, is sometimes assumed to be about poet Emily Dickinson, or even about Kathy Chitty, who we just talked about. But according to Paul Simon, the Emily in the song represents more of a belief in love or in finding solace in another person. On the flip side, the song Overs from the album Bookends is about the loss of that belief. Number 5, the 59th Street Bridge song Feeling Groovy was written by Paul Simon when he was on an early morning walk across the Queensboro Bridge in New York City. Queensboro Bridge connects the boroughs of Manhattan and Queens, and the line "kicking down the cobblestones" refers to the cobblestones that exist on the bridge's Queens side. Now, Simon himself admits to not liking the song very much anymore, but that didn't stop him from suing Sid and Marty Krofft, the creators of the TV show H.R. Pufnstuf, when he noticed that the theme song for H.R. Pufnstuf was very close to the 59th Street Bridge song. Eventually, Simon's name was added as a writing credit.
Slow down, you move too fast. You got to make the morning last. Just kick it.
H.R. Pufnstuf, And when things get rough, each sharp up and step.
And that's it for another 5 on Friday. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe and hit that little notification bell so that you get notified whenever we drop new videos. We do them all the time. Have a great day, everybody.